And a cough drop in my mouth, just a heads up. Or a lot. Shit popped up immediately. I know it's because of yesterday or just in general. I was feeling a little sick. Got a bunch of Colas. Not a paid sponsor. So we're in part 2, and we're still investigating. We gotta break Dahlia's sidewalks, but I don't know. We're supposed to do that with Phoenix being missing. That part's a little interesting. So we're in part 2. Okay, audio's good. I think we're good to go. How the fuck do we do this? Date, time, location, all question marks. Who could that be at the time, like at this time of the night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Get up. It's an emergency. Huh? Larry? Do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Larice. Larice Donum. This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Wait! Don't hang up. It's an emergency. It's Nick. He took a really nasty spill. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking. His life is in danger. What? What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck. He may already be dead. Anyway, you gotta come back. You're the only one who can help, or that can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help. Alright. I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm in the detention center. Please, hurry. It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion. As if I expected anything to change. My dog heard me here talking, so he decided to get up and see what was going on. Hi, Luba. I'm streaming. BRB. Okay. February 8th, 2:19 p.m., Detention Center Visitor's Room. You're late, Edgy. What took you so long? Don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, listen. Or just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick is... Huh? Say something, Edgy. Before I came here, I stopped at the hospital and paid Right a visit. I have a better understanding of the situation than you do at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yes, that's right, you got it. But they arrested her, my sweet little Iris. And Harry was convinced he was the one who called the police, or the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? Did he give him the Magatama? Interesting. There are things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other, he couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is, could he? I'm begging you, Iris' trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I got left. You're the only one that can represent her. What did you just say? You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? Oh, you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry, a prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid. I graduated from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before. True. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Please, Edgy. At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story. So I wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Loki feels like I'm just making it worse by talking. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder. Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Larisse said that he might even die. Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron, how could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise, he is unharmed. Thank goodness. But he's caught some kind of nasty cold. A cold? He's running a high fever and drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. You have? There's no way she's like the twin sister, because Dahlia had an older sister. Unless there were 2 sisters. Also, she's going by Iris. I feel like at another point in time she went by Iris too, but I don't know. I like this OST though. Pardon me, Iris. I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before. It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple. Hazakura Temple, what's that? It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. Need to undergo some sort, or some very special, oh my god. Okay. You need to undergo some very special training. What? This doesn't say special. Stop. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power. Spiritual power? Did you go to the temple for that reason as well? No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them. In that case, what are you doing in that temple then? I committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there. And why I continue to train, to purify my soul. I want to ask you about last night, the night of the crime. Alright. I helped clean up after dinner and then went back to my room at about 8. Later I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10. Bell? Well, ring it at the same time each night. I see. Alright, she must have said we. And then? And then? I was told to go to the training hall, but went back to my room and stayed there. Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to? I was frightened. Frightened? So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened. There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. Okay. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder. Yes. However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? What in the world? Is there something wrong? I'm sorry, it's nothing. It's like she's not aware of them herself. This must be what Wright was talking about, the Cyclops. I believe he said I needed to present this Magataba item to do something. Okay. Let's go ahead and present that real quick. Cool to be playing as Edward. I was frightened. Since I've been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers, understand? Yes, sir. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night? Yes, I swear, I already told you that. Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened. That's right. If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so frightened of? Iris, I wonder. Is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your room? I literally have no idea. Alright, so we gotta find out what that is. Looks like I still don't have enough information. I need to investigate further and gather some more evidence. So what's his next thing? I need to figure out what she's afraid of. So you have any idea as to what really occurred last night? I think it was a result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed. Spiritual power? Yes. Spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example. Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power. Yes, I understand. Most people don't. And I am certain that thing that killed the victim was a human. So please answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Donham? No. I'm not the one who took her life. Cyclops things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying. Yeah. What's wrong? Really what I'm thinking. Yeah, I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all that you can tell me. Thank you very much for listening to my story. I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you. Me? Yes. At the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you. If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands. But before that, I have one question. Yes? Do you know Wright? Why do you ask? Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange. Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you? He is a very dear and indispensable friend. Oh, that's so nice to hear. It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him. You deceived him? I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know that what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I want him to just forget about me without learning the truth. Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. Until he learns the truth, I don't think he'll ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise. Very well. Do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. You don't want to talk about this guy? Oh, that's Mr. Larice. I'm sorry. Who'd you say it was? Larice Donham. He is the Mystic Elise's apprentice, I think. Alright, now who exactly is this guy? He's a very sincere, hardworking person. Did I say something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Excuse me, I was temporarily at a loss for words. Take a trip, come home, be thrust suddenly into a bizarre world. That's Mystic Elise Dunham. She's a picture book author, or so I've heard. Does she come to the Hazakura Temple often? No, this is her first time. It's just that she's a very important visitor. Is that so? Yes, Sister Bikini told me. Be certain not to offend her. The victim is Elise Dunham. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems. Mr. Wright, how bad is his cold? Well, his fever is very high. As a result, he's rather confused. He's worried about Maya, who is still trapped in the inner temple. He's quite worried about you as well, it seems. Really? Yes. Naturally, once he recovers, I'll pass the baton back to him. No, don't. I'm sure that Mr. Wright wouldn't want that. He wouldn't want to defend me. How do you know? I'm sorry. I don't leave the temple grounds very often. Don't know very much about the outside world. Okay, so we asked her about literally everybody. Except herself. You want to know about me? There's not much to tell, I'm afraid. Let me get one thing straight. You were raised at Hazakura Temple, correct? And yet somehow you seem to know right. So you two must have crossed paths somewhere. No, Mr. Edgeworth. Whoever it was, couldn't have been me. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, we can leave now. I don't think she cares. Well, she gave this to him. Maybe she cares about this? That's called a demon warding hood. I gave it to Mr. Wright last night. He was wearing this when I saw him at the hospital today. It's an important item for protecting acolytes from evil spirits. If it's so important, then why didn't you give it back to him? Or give it to him? Last night I felt something. I felt that something terrible was about to happen. I didn't want Mr. Wright to fall into its grip. But he wound up falling into something much deeper and colder. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, though. Thank God for inner monologue. I was against the idea of our temple appearing in that magazine. I was afraid that this type of tragedy might occur. In that case, why'd you allow them to run an article about you? It was Sister Bikini. She's actually rather fond of attention, surprisingly so. She certainly does look rather happy in this photo. You know what this is? Who is the woman on this hanging scroll? Well, I don't know the details, but I've heard she's the master of the current channeling technique. Master? Yes, Mystic Misty. She was a great spirit medium. That's what I heard. I also heard that she went missing over 15 years ago. Spirit medium. There's no such thing anywhere. Mr. Edward, I know all about them. They're nothing but frauds. She doesn't know anything about it, of course. There was a time 17 years ago when I met the master myself. That's Mystic Elise Donham's, Mystic Elise Donham. She's a picture book author. That's why okay. So same thing she said about the profile as she says about the picture. Okay. We're good. We can finally move on. Well, the bridge is completely gone. How the hell do you get to Maya? It sure is cold, alright. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Oh wow, it's you, Mr. Edward. Yeah, Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see. It's been about a year. Or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch! There's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edward. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct. A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe. He's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot? Can I present Godot to him? Huh? That's the thing. What's that thing doing on your label, Mr. Edward? Is it really that odd? You bet it is, sir. A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge. It's like a detective with a license to kill. Does this little thing hold that ominous of a meaning? We can't. Okay. Knows about the victim, though, right? There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really. That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author? What if... Oh! What if this is actually, Maya's mom? What if? Because we don't know her real name, he said. I thought her name was Elise Donham. But I guess freaking Larry was pretending to be someone else too. Maybe that was like their subtle way of telling us that This is Maya's mom. But now she's actually dead. She'd been missing forever. Now we actually just found her. When we finally found her, she died. That is so crazy. But it's just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she? Nope, can't be. We did a database search of her fingerprints and I came up with nothing. But if you remember, in her case, her fingerprints weren't on the bottle that poisoned that one guy. So her fingerprints wouldn't be in the database. I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's no girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger. Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from? I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir. Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? I guess you might have that kind of fan base. I have no clue. He's supposed to be Mr. Lee's Donuts apprentice or something. I see. Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me. That's nice. He made me pay him 50 cents for it. I'm sorry about that. You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't want to talk about him, that's why. Whenever something happens to this guy, always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents. I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. Well, you could say the exact same thing about him. True. Face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you. Over a year ago. Really? I thought so. No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired. Or maybe just plain old then. Well, I thought that too, sir. That's always kind of on the low end. So yeah, my food options have been kind of non-existent. Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that sort of stuff. I thought you were really into instant noodles last year. I got really sick of the stuff after a while, sir. I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple as simple does, as they say. Oh, you've got no idea how much I missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness. Yeah, the bikini lady. Bikini lady. Here on this freezing old mountain. Or freezing cold mountain. Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady, I mean decisive witness, myself. I think she did it. We'll see. This is the bridge, right? Tried to cross. Pretty reckless if you ask me. I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here. Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he manages to win his cases in court. Blind luck. I think dumb luck suits right just a bit better. I wonder if this will trigger anything if he sees this. The letters are wildly engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Braid certainly is an appropriate name. You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty. So are Phoenix and Edgeworth just like traumatized from that case or something? Because we're playing as them, so perhaps they see the stone and it says one thing, but it actually says Dusty. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir. You're the one who needs glasses, detective. Try reading it one more time. Oh, you're right. It's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake. I feel like Maya and Gumshoe are just kind of agreeing whenever Phoenix or Miles corrects them. There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall. A shack? It's like a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir. The name Heavenly Hall sounds like, or makes it sound like, a palace. Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I'd call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castle. That's such a great name, if you ask me. Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir. Funny. It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff. Yeah, it's about around 100 yards or so. Detective. That's not even close to 100 yards. Well, I gotta admit, I'm not very good at judging distances. It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. Okay. It's a public phone. You don't see a lot of these anymore. That's true. Since we got one up here, why don't we take a photo as a memento? Well, I'm sure. Why not? Oh, darn, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir. What's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them? I guess you really left. I think I got everything, huh? Okay. You didn't leave. I thought you left. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through? Yup. I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or was that leap? And? Is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. We can't get open. So sorry. I just sneezed like all in the night. God damn. We can't get over there without a badge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was in the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck in there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's my affair. Oh no, her again. Anyway, the air is really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's going to be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? So how did this bridge burn down anyway? I'm 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? What? You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke lightning bolt? Yup, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to this weather data, lightning definitely struck. Weather data, a regional weather report for the night of the night of the crime. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. Even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that? We got the information from the witness testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness? sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. That's the bikini. Hold on. Court record. Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7th. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So who is this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Godot myself. You're gonna recognize him for sure. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy from the last case who was helping out Mia. Okay. A lot of intel. I think it's time to move again. The main gate? Yeah. Maybe Godot will be here, maybe not. I'm gonna hit another cough drop. Seems to be helping with all this talking. Hazakura Temple, main gate. Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? I'm so cold my brain turned into sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. If I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec, hold it, objection. What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and what kind of lame excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney. Prosecutor Edwards is the prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edwards. Prosecutor Edwards' defense attorney just sounds plain old weird, pal. It's hard to do this with the cough drop in my mouth, so I can't really do the voices. But that's fine. Right. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude, Edgy. I don't see you for a couple of years, and your heart turns to sherbet. Sherbet? I keep saying sherbet, like the ice cream. The fuck is sherbet? Oh, I am saying the right thing. It is ice cream. And what's the other one? Sorbet. Okay, sorbet doesn't have any milk in it. Okay. Gotcha. I say more like sorbet. It's rather cold here. I didn't murder her. Someone else did. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one. Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove your innocence. How do I sound on the microphone? Do I sound like shit? Okay. Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove your innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Bright, that is. And I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent? Come on, a girl with that cute can't possibly be a murderer. I was right after all. I should never have come back. No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest. If I had a penny for every time he said that, it's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, you know? Or know what I mean? Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh. Forget it. I didn't say anything. Useless. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Get lost. Go back to your chartered jet and get out of my sight, you creep. And I hope your plane crashes and you die. Ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? Dog. As I suspected, Cyclops. I'm sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude. Oh, okay. Here we go. I gotta save after this one. Pretty sure we're not gonna get it right now, though. The night of the crime. Alright. Now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night. Well, you're really upset, aren't you, Eddie? Okay, I'll talk. Huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. Around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing, the world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend Naomi. And then, there was a fire. The bridge was on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, why are you giving me... There's still 3 Cyclops remaining, which means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Where you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question. I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? It's possible for you to have seen, or it's impossible for you to have seen the lightning strike, or the lightning strike dusky bridge from your room. Is the map? I don't know where his room is, but the temple's right here, and you wouldn't be able to see the lightning from the temple. Huh. This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple. What am I looking for? I think it should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees and it's impossible to see the bridge from there. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? Well, how about it? How about what? How do you feel about talking now? About what? Looks like it won't be that easy after all. Leaving no choice, I have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you? You don't know why I wasn't, you don't know that I wasn't in my room. So where were you, Larry? And why was he there? If I read the situation up to that point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well, then let's test my theory. The place you witnessed the lightning strike Dusky Bridge was... I actually don't know. Is it here? Am I just like furthering my point? You had to be here. That's wrong. This is where you were. Well, what do you think, Larry? Oh, not much, I guess. I'm sorry, but what kind of answer is that? Well, you were just making small talk, right? Like, how are you doing or something? Larry, look at the expression on his face. Feel like I was just making small talk? To be honest, no, I guess not. Okay, I got that wrong. If I didn't think it through carefully enough. Where was Larry and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly odd. Okay. We gotta ask some more people some more stuff. I get it. Alright, so I think we gotta go past him and go into the temple itself and probably talk to Bikini, and she'll give us a more of a layout of the map, I guess. I think. There she is. Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling? Alright, I suppose. Huh? Who is this? Hi, my name is Miles Edgeworth. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. Sorry to trouble you. I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you found her. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask nicely, I might give you a treat, big boy. Whoa. Mr. Edgeworth. This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps getting cut. My stomach is already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first I want to hear what you know. First I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night I had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to training hall in the inner temple. Just for talking about Maya. Possibly what time was that? I suppose it was around 9 when we were left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch. Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. So, time around 11. Well, sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. So, your duty was in the inner temple. But your duty was in the inner temple, so why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Ho ho ho. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself for a decidedly different reason. Ho ho, chills. You got the chills? Pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back. Bad lower back? Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back, felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple all alone? Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's when I ordered Iris to the inner temple, after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So the head nun actually see Iris there? I think she probably sent her to the inner temple, and then as she was about to head that way, the lightning happened, and Iris got scared. She might be scared of lightning, you know? I don't know. I think I better try to get some more details. Alright then. I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been past 11. No, I can't say it's too much for my poor heart. Hey, calm down, lady. Look over my tie. I saw two people, one of them lying on the ground, and the other was stabbing her in the back with a sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of the courtroom. And I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I was pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I realized what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural? The girl who I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. The acolyte. So who's this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where we sit on a block for spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You mean to tell me she's still doing that over in that inner temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one bit. Last night we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you. Oh no, I don't like the sound of this. Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister. Oh my god. Maya had a little sister. Oh, he doesn't know Pearl. Oh, you mean a little Pearl? That's Miss Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl. I thought she was going to visit Mystic Lease after we'd finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she was the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back. The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, the plot thickens. Yeah, we haven't found Pearl at all yet. I see something on the ground. What's this? Yeah, there is. There are more into the cushions in the corner of the room. What's this white piece of paper sticking out from under the stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gunshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are. Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like an old manila envelope. Yeah! What is it, Detective? This could be it. An ultra important clue. A super special clue. I suppose I should read it myself then. Looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Ooh. Note to Iris found at the main hall. Maybe we should drop it. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can I never find clues like that? You're an ultra important prosecutor, super duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it takes super duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. I almost missed it, so. Do I show this to her? You know anything about this old, crumpled up letter? It's addressed to Iris. Yep, it clearly says to Iris on it. I can't believe it. My girl doesn't have any secrets from me. What? But so Sister Bikini doesn't know a thing about it. Or does she? See, I thought she did it, but now I don't know. I have no clue who did it. Huh. Okay. Let's examine some more. The thing sure casts a strong presence over the whole room. This is a lesser Magatama. It's a precious heirloom containing a great many souls. Huh? This is a lesser. What does a greater one look like? The greater Magatama is displayed in the main room on Bay Manor. It was supposed to be shown at the treasure of current exhibit. It was so large that they couldn't bring it through the doors. So flowing script written everywhere on the walls. Man, I bet you'd have awful nightmares if you tried to sleep in here. This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering. So if I slept in this ugly-wuggy boogeyman, if I slept here, the ugly boogeyman wouldn't hunt me down for eternity, right? Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping? Doubt it. Oh, it's a warm cat box. And where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh, look at all the ancient straw frisbees. Those are a type of zabuton cushions called Enza. Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh? Mr. Edgeworth, why? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, detective. The small altar with the giant Megatama enshrined on it. There's a lot of candles lined up on it, too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while. Maybe should blow out those candles over there to make up for that. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me? Stop that! Cut it out! Please don't blow out the altar candles. That's pretty funny. I like that. Okay. Well. That's a demon warding hood. And that's highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why we always wear this for our protection. Oh, I see. What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection by just holding on to it, you know. Put it on already. No, I can't. I was just... Oh! Looks like it is made just for you, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean by that, detective? It's absolutely marvelous. You just gotta keep it on for a while. Is this some sort of divine retribution? Huh? Well. Look at what you found. That's a master of the current channeling technique, Mystic Misty Fae. It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Apparently she intended to pass on the master title to her daughter. Who is her daughter? Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Fae clan. But even I am not privy to the information concerning the main family. I'm about this here. Let me see. Well, as you know, in order to see reality for what it is truly, we strive to break out of attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you can call me an immaterial girl. An immaterial girl. I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Very, very useful, yes. About this picture. Well, look at that. It looks pretty. S to the XC, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely. Up until recently, we've avoided exposure to such magazines. But this time, we can't. But we had our reasons. Is that so, for example? Well, we denied the world the sight of such a lovely face. Oh, well, why? Gotcha. Oh, how could such a terrible thing have happened? That's all. It's all my fault. Oh, come now. Come on, lady. I don't think you need... Quiet. What do you know anyway? Ouch, you're scary. That stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours. It's too bad that you weren't the one that disappeared. Well, she have to take it all out of me. They're just a little manufacturing, right? Didn't know about that, okay. And then we already talked to her about the blackmail letter, but we can present it, I guess. Do you know anything about this old crumbled up letter? Is that addressed to Iris? Yep, it clearly says Iris on it. Okay. Yeah, same thing. Oh wait, we can read it this time. To Iris of Hazakura Temple. Salutation, here. There's something I must talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Be sure you come unless you want your secret to be exposed. I think Pearl got taken over by Mia, and then Mia and Pearl are at the Heavenly Hall, and they were going to talk to Iris. I think that's what was about to happen. Could be wrong. Where the hell did Larry go? I don't see Larry around here. Maybe we scared that poor kid away. His heart was shut tight with a number of cyclops. Guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. I want to examine. Seal is quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time. That's what Mr. Edgeworth... Oh, if that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. You got a real flair for words, sir. I've always appreciated this kind of timeless elegance. It's exactly how I feel, too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age. Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you watch that atrocious rag you call it, the coat detective. God damn, why do you keep frying my boy, bro? You cool. I suppose everything is necessary for up here in the mountains. This just gave me a great idea. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I've got an idea of a brand new invention. It might even make me rich. An invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. What do you think, huh? Would you go for a ride on something like that? After all, hold on. Only after you take the first 100 test rides. First 1,000 test rides. Damn. Dude, they keep making fun of him. You do nothing to these guys. I can see a small bell tower from here. Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. Uh-oh, here we go. We'll call a person who tells a lie, a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings a beller? Or truer for a guy who tells the truth? Oh man, I'm not gonna go to skinny sleep at night. Okay. I don't understand freaking Gumshoe. I can't tell if he's dumb or if he's just like a bit sometimes. Because, like, he seems reasonably smart when he needs to be, but then, like, well, then we got this. I have no idea. I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. So we gotta find Larry. I don't know where this dude is. He's not in the main hall, because he would have had to go past this at some point. He's not here. Don't tell me she's gone too. Looks like Iris is being interrogated right now. So it certainly brings back memories. Oh yeah, come to think of it. You got thrown in here once too, didn't you, sir? But you know what? I've never been in jail a single time. I should think it's hard to land in jail when you're so harmless. Yes, well, if you're in jail, you don't have to pay for your own meals, you know. Come on, Gumshoe. Don't get any funny ideas, detective. Too late, I already did. In any case, I guess I'll just have to come back here later. I wonder if he'll say something to the cop. The guard is staring at me with a puzzled expression on his face. Me and the badge on my label. I get the feeling that he recognizes me. The camera is meant to monitor everything that happens in here. And right now it's pointed straight at the guard. Is that really everything I can examine here? I'm just curious. Okay. Where the hell do we go now? Huh. Why don't we just go to Heavenly Hall? What's stopping them? Okay, you can't help us with that. Maybe we gotta present some profiles to, Bikini. This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and the great weariness of this world. Sure. Even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped into the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. The spiritual training alone is no way to lead complete life. Sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Perhaps just to let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation to her for me. This is Mystic Elise's apprentice, is it not? I think you might have a bit of a crush on me, sweet boy of any rate. Huh? Oh, I don't blame your sister Bikini understands the temptations of young men. Sure. But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am head nun, after all. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty, for everyone's sake. Damn. Okay, she already talked about her. You said you went with Maya to the training hall at the Inner Temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after the 10 o'clock bell for lights out. So you're saying Iris came to the Inner Temple then? Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. Hold on. As you say that. Lightning happened at 10, so how did she get to the, Oh, okay, it struck at 10:40, 45. Okay, so she must have got there. Okay, we're good. Alright. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training. That doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As they said, the plot thickens. Interesting. She didn't know him. This is her. She'll talk about herself, I guess. It's all my fault. Me and my stupid bag. Mystic, at least, has been murdered. An important acolyte is trapped. And a little girl has been lost. You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma. Quite right, I need to do some more training myself, I think. It's a very important visitor, you know? An honored acolyte. Honored? How so? The Fey name is synonymous with the current challenge technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed. Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the Master of Quran Challenge technique, detective. I detest talk of supernatural drive. I suppose now you'll say she was midi-chlorians? I feel like he should have, well, he, doesn't believe, but I mean, that might have something to do with this case. Like, maybe she said she was part of the Branch family, Bikini. Maybe she's getting revenge for their auntie, you know? Ho ho ho. It gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? That's got nothing to do with it. Okay. Pearls. This poor girl, where could she have gone? Well, we checked out her home and she's not there. And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either. Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. Well, you don't mean she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective? Oh, why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective? I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. Damn. You said there's somewhere else she could be. Where, bro? The fuck? Elaborate. My dog is up and about again, barking around. Hold up. Oh, big yawn. I don't know what else we could present, really. We tried to go down. I don't think she's gonna react to that. Yeah. Okay. Does she know what this is? That's one of the Fey Clan's very own Makatamas. It's a priceless treasure you got there. Well, wow, I'm impressed, sir. You never fail to surprise me. Yes, you don't look it. But now I can see you're a fan of the occult. Excuse me? Of course, this piece of couldn't possibly be real, but to have such a nice replica. Clearly you're a big fan of the Kirin tradition. Well, wow, I'm impressed, sir. You never failed to surprise me. I should have known better than to show this thing around. I didn't go anywhere. Just didn't care about this. She didn't care about the map either. We asked her about literally everything we can ask her about. Okay. Oh shit, hold on. I just realized. Courtyard is where she died. Has that been there the whole time? Well, this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the blood, we left everything else untouched. Other than removing the body. What am I saying? Like, the blood's right there. What the fuck am I talking about? Thanks, detective. I'll just have a look around. The police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. We really going to defend the nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Got to make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I'll think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll just make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. So how much has your running spout leaked over the years? Examine. Insert thing right here. Steam stuff? Okay. A ladder. Okay, start from here. It's a lantern, I suppose they light it at night. There's something elegant about the light of fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight, detective. You cannot afford to pay your electricity bill? How did you know? The main gate must be just over that stone wall. Oh, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them were good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. I don't even know what that is. Another word I gotta look up, bro. What? Paucity? Passity? A formal noun means the smallness or quantity, a lack of, an insufficient number of something. I'm not sure what that means in that context, though. I just love skiing. Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds, nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silences, Edward? Is the world starting to go mad? Okay. Let me come over here. What is this? It's like a wizard staff. Condolences to the victim, Miss Elise Donham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay? Yes, what? This is top secret stuff, don't tell anyone about this. Alright. The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me. That's it. The staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims. Victim staff carried by Elise Dolman when she was alive has her fingerprints on it. And seeing that they got the fingerprints, they didn't reveal her actual identity, apparently. Unless they only got her fingerprints as this alias and not as Misty, as I think she is. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon? It sure is. It's called a Tacito.
By the way, nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood. Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Cecito too.
Fingerprints.
Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon.
What's wrong? You're looking really solemn.
Is this how it is for right? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney?
Yeah, I figured it doesn't really feel good.
Johnson feels like it's detrimental to your health. Cecito, the apparent murder weapon, apparent, so it might not be, has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints on it. So, perhaps she got stabbed in the back and then got moved underneath the statue. Perhaps. Which is crazy. Like, I think maybe at first they were going to say, like, so-and-so killed them, but just in case, I don't know, honestly. Because I'm pretty sure her body was underneath this, implying that it had to, like, drop down on her. And seeing as the statue was holding the Cecito, I don't think that works. I don't think it was this that killed her. But maybe it is. I mean, nothing else it could be, right? Main Hall of Secure Temple is above us here.
Hey, you're right. But I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Secure Temple was built on the steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels. Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier just to build the place slanted, sir?
I fail to see how you consider that to be an even remotely good idea. This guy. Okay, now we just talk to him.
The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Dolman. Her entire past up until she won the writing award last year is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that.
The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was the blood loss resulting from a stab to the back of the murder weapon.
So notice how cooperative Gumshoe is with all this information, as opposed to how he would be if Phoenix was the one with him right now. So we don't have to worry about him doing a testimony at the beginning, telling us all this information because we already have it, just from talking to him right now. Murder weapon.
The victim was found skewered by a giant sword, sir.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes?
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises.
Ah. So it wasn't like she got stabbed, she got beaten to death. So maybe the Shishito isn't actually made of like anything that can cut through you. Because remember when, I forget his name, but like the ace detective, when he got hit with the Shishito, it bent. So it wasn't like it could actually cut through him. But Edgeworth wasn't here for that, so he didn't know that. Gumshoe was, but he doesn't remember, I guess.
The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a two-story...
Oh! So she got pushed out of the main hall, probably? I don't see anywhere she could have fell except for that ledge over there. Two-story building. That would be about the same height as the room in front of us, correct?
Hey, you're right. Way to go, Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth. That happens to be the room where at least someone was staying.
Oh. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword? Autopsy report. Loss of blood from stabbing in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Captain Detective? Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay.
Let's take a look at the map.
Now we get more stuff on here. Okay, cool.
According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after she finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. Okay. Yep. Nice. Attempting after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. Except she didn't. She said she didn't go there. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to the Hazakura temple.
If she's telling the truth, she could have gone back here and killed Elise.
After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard.
But how could she have witnessed freaking Iris doing it if Iris was back at the inner temple still? But Iris says she never went there, so it could still work in Bikini's favor in a way.
Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard.
I don't know what my dog's barking at. That was kind of crazy. Still going. I might check on him, just trying to see what, like, he's good. I think he's good now. Okay.
If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall.
Inner temple, huh? I'd like to get some more information about that place. Okay. What is the inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at?
According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of the Dusky Bridge.
The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple?
No, not a thing.
Nothing?
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there.
So, the only thing there in the inner temple.
It's kind of... It's not the kind of place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya. Trial begins tomorrow, and who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's the Godot guy, sir. Nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. Wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he's just lost interest.
I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one to have to worry about. The real problem is going to be that judge.
Yes, he certainly would rather remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Ah, the Canadian judge again. Okay, got you.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the court, in the prosecutor's office, must know you. Would it be a problem if anyone there made a big stink, sir?
There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Mr. Edgeworth, I had no idea you had so much power.
What? A powerful string to pull. Gotcha. Okay, now we can talk about these different items.
Oh, so I think I might have already told you about this, but the truth is, I was the kid I wanted to be you wanted to become a RZA, right? Hey, that's amazing. How did you know that? What do you think? I'd make a really great one, don't you think?
We just had this conversation a little while ago, Detective.
This sword represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one.
I've never heard that one before.
You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life would I have had if I didn't have joined the homicide division? You think about that kind of thing too, huh? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as a blue badger. I guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force. Hit the wrong button. Yeah. Nothing to say about the autopsy report. She's still here. We can present. I guess we present the map to her. No. Okay, none of these new items we got. Okay. Do we ask about Iris again? Oh, you said you went with Maya to the training hall in the temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us. Okay, yep. See Iris came in the temple then? Of course she did. Gotcha, obedient girl. Not gonna correct her? Doesn't fit what Iris told us at all. No, I didn't change anything. I guess we gotta move to the main gate? No. No. Okay, here we go. I know it wasn't him, but imagine if it was Larry who did it. It'd be insane. Or Larice, I guess. Huh. Mr. Edgeworth. I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. But I already told you everything Iris, please remember. When you're shy, you can tell me anything. Yes. Thank you. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said that she saw you stab Miss Elise Donham with a sword. One other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well. What? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yes, Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night. Bikini could be kind of smart about this and be a little shady, and she could be like, yeah, she was there at the temple, knowing that she wasn't, intentionally to make it seem like Iris is lying. But also because Iris is saying that she wasn't there, she could have been at the scene of the crime when Bikini saw her kill Misty. Like a high IQ kind of play right there. We don't know how smart Bikini actually is, so we keep that in mind. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. Looks like she's unwilling to tell the truth. Tell me the whole truth. What if I find the answers I'm looking for if I break those cyclops? We might have enough to break them, to be honest. Let me save. There we go. She had 5 for Phoenix, but only 2 for Edgeworth. I was frightened. Since I've ended this case, it's my duty to dig up all the answers, understand? Yes, sir. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the Inner Temple last night? Yes, I swear, I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened. That's right. If that's the case, the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder. Is this where you frightened you so much that you couldn't leave your room? I'm thinking the weather. Perhaps this is what you were afraid of. Well, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Huh? Why is your voice trembling like that? It's just that your eyes are scaring me. At last, I must have been trying too hard to bluff. Please excuse me, I'm still not used to this role I've been assigned. No, I shouldn't apologize. I should apologize. I'm sorry for being such a scaredy cat. Anyway, I'm still determined to find the answers to this mystery. I'm telling you, I really was in my room all last night. If that's the case, was it the blackmail? Let's go. I forgot about the blackmail, not gonna lie. I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you. That's... Well, Iris? Why? Why are you glaring at me like that? You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this, so you... to you. Isn't that correct? She did the thing that Dahlia does, too, but without the umbrella. It's definitely her. Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke the lock? Oh, well, I don't suppose it matters either way. To Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I thought the letter was just someone playing a prank on me. A prank? Well, yes. After all, even if I did have the secret, there's no one to tell it that would cause me any grief. I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her. No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Fortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. Yep. Let's go. Phoenix Wright. Huh. Give me something to write, it seems. I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. Is that why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret? Well, what do you have to say? I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. Let's go, we did it. Give my life back, bro. Let's go. Now we get to learn more lore. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it. Was this heavenly hall the letter mentions? What is this heavenly hall this letter mentions? It's a small mountain shack at the base of the Dusky Bridge. A small shack, huh? It's like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near. Where is it on this map? It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the Inner Temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall, I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it. So this is the secret you locked away in your heart? Yes. Looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Then I should go find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you can still claim to have never left your room last night. Or you still claim you had never left your room, okay. Yes, exactly right. Iris's testimony. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was in her room until the murder was discovered. Trial starts tomorrow at promise you I'll win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix can see each other again. But when I do, I must promise you that you will tell him your secret. But it's pointless. Why would you say that? Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am. Interesting. Here we go. Oh shit. This is where Larry was. Oh, not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Oh, why? Why does it always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next, it's going to be prison, I guess. I'll set a detective's wallet. Maybe get me locked up for sure. No, I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck. He's just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that? Did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! About what you just said, I got an objection. What the? I'm shooting. Oof. Oh. I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection. And a loud commanding voice, too. I even pointed with my pointer finger. You've watched too many trials. I'm sorry. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? What's this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why are you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist. I was just looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, and it looks like it's about to collapse. Sounds like my apartment there, pal. One thing's for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here. So can I get you a drink or something? Some hot water, maybe? Ooh, he's getting all buddy on us, sir. Listen to me, Edgy. You gotta do this. You gotta save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute? Watch your mouth. Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl. Mr. Rudolph is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm going to ask for you. Have you already asked that girl to marry you? No, not yet. I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got that, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He never imagined that I could marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. And what am I going to do if she gets hurt? What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where and what were you doing last night? Aw, man. Don't you have anything else to talk about? That kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. I got it. You really want to know? Last night, I saw something incredible. Something incredible? Here we go. Back to those Cyclops again. Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. Why hasn't he realized? And I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him. It's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal.
You don't know anything, Detective. This is art. This is an expression of my bittersweet love for Iris. Larry, do you know what the difference between graffiti and true art is? It's how the artist himself defines it, right? I should have seen that one coming. Well, if that's the case, then all my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, pal. The sofa is totally covered with fresh fallen powdery snow. Well, makes a nice image, doesn't it? Always did like the rustic look. Heavenly Hall, I suppose it's an appropriate name in some sense. You got that right. Look at the bridge up there. This place has to be heaven, because that thing is hell. You would do well to remember, Larry. This is a sacred place to some people. What is this festive looking ornament? It reminds me of my art class in grade school. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember? Well, yeah. You were never any good at it. Really? Yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold $1, let alone a crane. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he would just sit there sobbing. Really? I would have never expected that. Be quiet already. I'd never forget the shame of that day. You want a crane? I can now make a perfect quarter-inch crane without a single flaw. You know, Edgy? Nothing for nothing, but a quarter-inch frame without a single flaw is not easy. Yeah, that's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's exactly why I hate childhood friends. This is the Eagle River, sir. It runs pretty fast, so it doesn't ice over, even in the winter. If it were iced over, Wright would have been in some serious trouble. You're right about that. He would have landed on the ice and slid downstream to who knows where. Not exactly what I meant, but alright. I take it we can't go inside of there then, huh? It's a little far, but I have a pretty clear view of Dusky Bridge from here. Ah, so he could see the bridge from here. He could see the lightning strike. Okay, that makes sense. That's why I was observing. I was trying to figure out how we can link this to the next part of the Cyclops. I still can't believe it, really. What is it, Larry? Nothing. It's nothing. Sounds pretty suspicious to me. Something about that statement smells, and you know what they say. If something smells, it's usually the butts. Yeah, for sure. This go all the way up to Dusky Bridge is pretty long, but easy walk. I fell down 4 times on my way down here, sir. Oh, sorry about that, Detective. I ate 4 bananas and tossed their peels on the stairs on my way down here. What? So that's why I kept slipping on. Be careful on the way back. Those other banana peels are still out there. It's a real important piece of information right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Think we're good now? I think we got him. Here we go. The night of the crime. And now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night. Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk, huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I'd been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing, the world in front of me went light. Like I'd been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then it was on fire. The bridge was on fire. The Dusky Bridge caught in fire? Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There are still 3 cycles remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Well, where, you say? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Just answer the question. I was on the roof. Or I was in my room by the main hall. Where else would I be?
As usual, you're as transparent as the empty jelly jar. Problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? Is it possible for you to have seen the lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room? Because of the map. We found that out last time. This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of the Hazakura Temple. What am I looking for? I think it should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees and impossible to see the bridge from there. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? Well, how about it? How about what? Do you feel like talking now? About what? Looks like it won't be that easy after all. Leaving no choice. I have to move on to the next step. We're in your room at the temple, so then where were you? You don't know I wasn't in my room. Where were you, Larry? And why was he there? I read it wrong twice. Damn. If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed the lightning striking Dusky Bridge from was here. Heavenly Hall. The place you saw the lightning strike was naturally Heavenly Hall. Why am I hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold. There's no electricity and it could fall apart at any minute. Larry? How do you know that anyway? Why do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. Uh-oh. In other words, you just provide evidence to prove my theory. My theory is that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. I have to admit, I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. That's nice. Now tell me. What are you doing at this cold little shack last night? That's what you might call a fair decor. I think you mean, I don't know how to say that. Could it be you were waiting for someone? No, you really are one scary guy, you know. I believe last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. Has to be Iris. The only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry. I told you before, don't call me Larry. The person you were waiting for was Iris. Oh, suddenly I feel all cold over it, Edgy. I think Pearl's going to be inside of the place instead of Iris. I think that's what's happening. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? You got some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her? Or are you just guessing? This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that proves that you were waiting for Iris. Did he write the blackmail letter? No way he wrote this. Wow. Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter. Oh, hey, get that back. You're embarrassing me. What are you doing with that anyway? It's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh. First of all, what's this at the top of the letter? It says salutation here. Well, that's what it said in the book, Letter Writing for Dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's supposed to be that's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris. What? I'm so sorry. Bro. This guy. Whenever I think I'm pathetic, I just gotta remember Larry, and I'll be alright. So you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you?
Sorry, Eddie. Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag threatening a lady like that. Wait, hold up. What now, pal? What are you talking about? What threatening stuff? Tell you what, you tried to scare Iris by threatening to expose her secret, pal. What do you mean threaten? When did I threaten her? Unless you want your secret to be exposed. It sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact. Give me a break, it's a love letter. Haven't you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love burns hotly. It can melt all the snow on this mountain. Then what is this secret you mentioned? Come on, Edgy. Don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between me and her. Obviously, she wouldn't want old lady Bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour bittersweet affair, dude. Alright then, why did you send a love letter in a business-like manila envelope? Give me a break, it's not my fault. I didn't have any other envelope. Yeesh. Then why were you so quick to apologize, sir? It's because Edgy gave me that scary look of his. What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? That's it? That's what all the huge louts were about? I don't understand why you were so defensive. Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on. Don't let it get you down. But Mr. Edgeworth, this guy is still hiding something, I know it. What do you mean, detective? Don't forget what this guy said just a minute ago. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. He's right. Larry. What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone. What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another. How about more Cyclops? I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge. Yes, and I believe it was an incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true. What doesn't? If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. Well, what? When? Where? Why? How? Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal. You can't be serious. Bro, what? No! What's wrong, sir? Does this mean I have to do it all again? Why are you glaring at me like I'm the next big hit of I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning? I just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I just have to drag him to the witness stand. That's it. 5 locks is insane. And they said don't expect much from us, so it's probably not going to be anything that crazy. But that's it for me. I've worn myself out.